Now we looked at the CSV files in Notepad, but if you think about them as where's the green one? They are actually Excel files. CSV files and Excel go hand in hand. Excel is perfectly happy, like database is perfectly happy to read and write CSV files. Well, not perfectly happy, but it's willing to do it. So we are reading in the entire file into Excel. It will come here eventually, and we can see the entire file. Now what we're going to do is, what we've been doing is asking for a column and printing it out, which is interesting, but not that interesting. We're going to look at trip type and payment here, and we're going to do some cool stuff with that. So if we go back to Python and we look at CSV file 5, what I'm doing is going to read the green file. We're going to read the header row, but really what we want to do is get all the rest of the data. And so we do for row in the data file, and we will process every row in the data file. And what I'm going to do is look at row 17, column 17, which is the trip type, and I'm going to count each one every time one comes up. And of course I have looked up the categories, so when it says trip type 1 in the CSV file, it actually means credit card. So if we run that, it will give us a count of every one of those items in the CSV file. So there are 423,000 credit card trips, 36,000 cash, 4,000 about 4,000 no charge, 1,500 disputes, and 52 that are unknown. So we can get all this information out of that CSV file and not have to just print it out, but do something with it. Now, the numbers are cool, but really what we want to do, if you look at CSV file 6, is do something more interesting with it. And that is graph it. Now, the graph is a bit fuzzy here because the numbers are so small, so let us explode those pixels, those pie slices out a bit. And now we're going to reread the CSV file, do the calculation, and it's still pretty messy because of the size of the file, but you can see you can explode the files out. This is what we want to do when we're reading CSV files. We want to read the file, process the file, and then do the print out or graph the analysis. Very rarely do you want to read the whole text file and then spit it all back out. So CSV files are going to be a key feature of what we're going to be working on for the next couple weeks.